What's crack-a-lackin' besties? It's Friday. I got to make sure I put my drink on the coaster. Don't want to have any water issues up in here on a Friday. Hey friends, what's going on? Welcome to WTF with Wendy, where I get into your head every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm business coach Wendy Lawson. Today, y'all, we talking opportunity cost. That is what we were talking about. If you're here, give me a hey so I know you're here. Replay warriors, thanks for stopping by. You're not here live, but you're watching the replay, which means you're extra special too. So give me a replay love so I know you were here. Hey, Gina girl, happy Friday. Y'all, it's Friday. I'm in Florida, as you know, and it is flipping gorgeous today. It is so nice. I took Mo for a long walk this morning, and it was delightful. I'm not going to lie. We've got a cold front coming in soon, which means, it'll be not cold compared to everyone else, but it's beautiful weather today. So today I want to talk about opportunity cost, y'all. I'm really focused on some task management, really analyzing how we spend our time, the choices that we're making. And I say the choices that we're making because y'all, it's always a choice. It's always a choice. So I want to talk today about opportunity cost because we don't think about this enough. Okay. Let's be honest. We don't think about what we're trading off with our time nearly enough. We don't give our time the love and respect that it deserves. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Candace, y'all. You had a cold front, snow, rain, everything. Look out, girl. Look out, girl. Florida, I can't complain about the weather, y'all. I just can't. I know this. I'm spoiled. All right. So let's talk about opportunity cost. And I'm going to warn you, y'all, I'm going to be short today. It's going to be brief, and you'll understand why when we get to the end, okay? So the concept of an opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is either the loss of a potential gain from other alternatives when you are making a choice. So fancy business speak, right? But really what it's saying is you can pick option A or option B. Once you've made your decision, let's say you go with option A, then you're looking at what did I lose by not choosing option B, okay? And you guys, when it comes to our time, when it comes to our money, we have choices every day. We may not recognize it. We may not feel like we're making conscious choices, but we are. And we really want to look at the opportunity cost and look at how much of your time are you willing to just, trade away, right? Are you making good investments with your time? So before we talk about time, let's talk about money. Let's understand opportunity cost. Everything is either or. We are in an either or situation all day long. Okay. So when we think about our money, and y'all, I apologize if I don't think you can hear my stomach growling, but it just did in case you heard that, in case you were like, is there an earthquake in Florida? No, it's just Wendy who hasn't had breakfast yet and it's noon because my morning's been kind of jam-packed and my mama showed up and then I had to visit with her for a little bit. All right. So we think about our money, okay? Let's think about our money for a second. And let's be honest, bestie real talk, you know how we do up here. When we have an abundance of anything, we don't worry about the opportunity cost because we have a surplus, right? But the minute that a resource becomes scarce, that's when we really need to start analyzing our opportunity cost. And when you think about this with money, this is really, really simple. I'm going to say this and y'all are going to be like, oh girl, I get it. Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's say that you're bringing in more money than you know what to do with, right? Money is good. Business is good. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Your app telling you that somebody just paid is ringing all day long. You got money for days, right? You have a surplus of money. Now, when you have a surplus of money, you can spend without a lot of thought, right? You can go to Target. We all do it. You can go to Target and have $150 worth of stuff in your cart. And you're like, I don't even know what happened. I came here for Windex and $150 later, I'm checking out, but I'm not really worried about it because I have a surplus of money just sitting in my checking account. It's no big thing, right? When you have a surplus, you're not really thinking about the opportunity cost. However, when a resource is scarce, okay, when all you have is $150 in your checking account and you go to Target to get Windex, but the power bill is also due and the power bill is $130 and all you have is $150, you start making choices differently, don't you? Come on, you do. We all do, right? When we have to make those hard decisions, that's where we really start looking at the opportunity cost. Yes, it's going to feel good to spend $150 on I don't even know what at Le Target, but the cost of doing that is having my lights shut off, and that don't feel good, right? There, the opportunity cost outweighs the benefits that you're like, nope, I'm getting my Windex and getting on out, or whatever you're there for, getting toilet paper, getting that one thing. Not gonna go down the dollar spot. Dollar spot, y'all. Go to the dollar spot and end up spending $30 on the dollar spot. You know that's true because I do it too. But it's only $1. And it's not the dollar spot. If I'm going to go on a tangent for a hot second, the dollar spot's not even $1. It's like $3. They should call it the $3 spot, not the dollar spot. Okay. So when it's easy to see there, right? But if we really start looking at the opportunity cost with our money, let me give you an example. Think this through. So let's say I've got money's good. Money's coming in, cha-ching, cha-ching on my payment app, right? Money's coming in. Now, I have to decide, it's been a long day. Griffey Poo comes home. I don't feel like cooking dinner. So I say, okay, well, let's go out to dinner. We can choose to go out to dinner, which is going to be, roughly $40 at least, right? But between dinner and then tip and whatever. So it's $40 to go out to dinner. But even though I don't need that $40 to pay the power bill, I don't need that $40 for something else, that $40 could be $40 I put in my savings or $40 I put in my retirement account. So when we start looking at it like that and we say, is the potential gain of $40 in savings worth not going out to dinner? Or do we feel like the potential gain of going to dinner outweighs the $40 in savings? See, we're making these choices every day when it comes to our money. We may not even realize we're doing it. But we have to think about what we're doing with our time because we do the same thing with our time, okay? There's an opportunity cost associated with our time. I told you I'm going to be brief today, and here's why. Because I'm going to talk to you about how you're spending your time. If you have a 15-minute window right now, you have options. You could be listening to me, which hopefully I'm providing you some value, or you could be doing something else that could actually earn you income right now, okay? The problem is we don't think about our time that way. We don't see it as an either or. We think, well, this doesn't have to be done right now. It's not the deadline, right? I don't have to do it this minute because I'm self-employed. I'm a micro business owner and I can do it whenever I want because I'm in charge of my schedule. But then what happens is we fill our time with things that ain't filling our checkbook, right? We make choices without even realizing we're making choices. And so the takeaway today, told y'all I'm gonna be brief. The takeaway today is really understanding that every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else, okay? And think about that with your time. And everybody's gonna stop the broadcast right now because they're like, oh snap, she talking to me. Oh, she's all up in my grill with this bestie real talk. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to everything else that could happen in that same space. So you want to make sure that you're making good choices with your time. So how do you do that? I will tell you guys, I have a budget. I have a time budget, okay, just like I do for my money. And I have allocated time for, personal development. I know y'all, literally, I have to be involved in personal development because I teach things, okay? I don't know everything. I need to keep learning. Hello, lifelong learner right here. But I have to invest time in my time budget, or I have to select time, allocate time in my time budgets for the things that matter. So if I were in your shoes right now, okay, if I were in your shoes right now, and I said, let's say hypothetically, I give myself an hour a week, because y'all, really, let's be honest, your personal development time, don't be spending an hour a day on personal development, professional development, unless you are focused on learning a specific skill right now in a short time frame, but you cannot sustain yourself on, 5 hours of your week, particularly if you're working 5 hours a day. Okay, look at me, hear me. Know that Know that I'm not saying this to be mean. Know that I fully understand that it is my job to teach you things, but you have to make good choices with your time. So you should, if I look at my budgets of 1 hour a week for professional development, and then I can start parsing that out. If I know that there's a coach who goes live every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for about 20 minutes, and I get a lot of value out of that, and it's actionable, and I'm learning things, then yes, that's a good use of my time. If I'm just scrolling social media because I'm supposed to be working my business, and then I happen to see, I don't know, someone with a killer cat eye is jibber jabbering, and I just decide to stop what I'm doing and check homegirl out, but it's not part of my budgeted time, then I'm not making a good choice. I'm making a trade-off that doesn't benefit me. Okay, you guys with me? Everybody dropped off. Everybody's like, oh, we got to go. We ain't going to say nothing now. We ain't going to say nothing now. Wendy's all up in my grill. But you guys, seriously, I say this with love. And I say this, look, I know the role that I play. I know what my responsibility is. And I take that responsibility. I don't take it lightly, right? If I have to tell you not to spend as much time with me, I know what that means, but I'm telling you because I love you and I want you to be successful. So I want you to make good choices with your time, because every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to everything else that could fill that space, right? Filling our time with things that aren't filling our checkbook. Mary Haynes, you know what I'm saying. Michelle, I know you do. Michelle Sims is in her success map, and we've been talking a lot about time over there, and she actually showed us a picture of her to-do list and her calendar for the day. Girl, I know you make time for me. It's in your planner. I get it. You've decided that the opportunity cost of being with me is worth it. You've budgeted your time accordingly. All right, you guys. So that's it. I told you, brief, to the point, because I can't be up here jibber jabbering for 45 minutes about time management and, just keep going on and on and on and on. All right, you guys, Michelle, you love the new system. She's talking about 135 minus 1. It's a good little system we got going on over there. All right, guys. Hey, listen, I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend. I have to tell you, if you did not know, that I love you madly, and I will see you guys next week. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Bye.